Hey Patricia, how is your research going for your presentation?
It's going okay.
Yeah?
Not too bad, yeah.
What do you have so far? Do you know what you're gonna put?
Yeah, well, cause I'm doing yellow fever. So what I'm thinking about doing is kind of, cause it's got like this really rich history, right?
Okay.
And so I'm thinking maybe I'll start off with like this great history with like, so, okay, I don't know if you ever read that book like Fever when you were in middle school or something.
No.
But it's like a first-hand account. I don't know. It's like, you know, fictional, but it's like this first-hand account of this girl who was like living through Philadelphia, and I remembered that the whole point of the book was about her and her family having yellow fever. So I thought, wow, you know, like, is this real? So I was doing some research, and I found that in 1793, there was this huge epidemic in Philadelphia, and people were dying left and right. There was like as much as like 30 deaths a day to 100 deaths like a day.
When was this?
In 1793.
Okay.
So maybe it was a long time ago. But
Yeah.
and so everybody was trying to figure out like, how did it get here? How did it get here?
Yeah.
And so now we know that it was because of like Haitian refugees, like trying to escape like the French occupation. Like Napoleon was in Haiti at the time, just like hanging out, you know.
Yeah, just hanging out, you know. Yeah.
Taking over, whatever.
Something like that. I don't know.
So, and actually kind of an interesting fact about that is that, so from yellow fever, Napoleon's troops that were there, 22,000 out of the 25,000 that he had there
Yeah.
died from yellow fever. I know, it's crazy. And actually, I found that in this book, this World Epidemics book. Mary Ellen Snodgrass.
Ooh. Oh, I like the cover.
Yeah, it's really cool. It kind of goes through like each year in time, and it's like, okay, this is what was going on. Actually, each month in each year. Yeah. Starting from like prehistory.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to like be able to go through that and like see like the progression of everything.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see like everything and how it started with like so many deaths.
So what they didn't know at the time though was that it was actually spread by these mosquitoes. So kind of like malaria. And but what they were thinking at the time was like, oh my gosh, it's from all like the sewage in the streets, or it's from these bad spirited people.
Sure, yeah.
You know, ooh, big surprise.
Just trying to find whatever they could to make the cause for the.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like 100 years later that they figured out that it was from mosquitoes. At least 100 years later. So, what was interesting though is that, right, so it's caused from mosquitoes, and there was this one guy, Benjamin Rush.
Okay.
And he was around in like the Philadelphia thing. And his treatment, so his like historical treatment, I suppose, was pretty radical, even for the time. He did things like bloodletting. It was pretty big up until, I don't know, maybe 150 years ago, maybe even less than that, where they just kind of cut open an artery and they let out the bad blood, whatever's making you sick, right?
Okay.
So what Rush would do is he would give the patient camphor, and he would give them mercury, basically to flush out their system, to clean out everything. And
they survive after that?
Yeah, apparently.
What? Are you kidding me right now? And do they even go under anything like to make them?
No.
Like so they feel it.
Well, I mean they ingest it.
Okay.
And it's like poison, and your body's like trying to get all the poison, and
so they just
meantime,
cut.
They're cleansing the poison too.
Ugh.
So then, and he was giving them like double the amount of dosage of camphor than was normal for the time.
Okay.
Because he was like, okay, no, this.
So that's like a crazy radical thing to do.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So he's like, don't worry about it, I got this.
Yeah,
I got it.
Sure.
So then he would take out. Okay, so at the time they thought that there was like 25 pounds of blood in your body. Really, it's not even a quarter of that.
Yeah.
So, but what he was doing is he was letting out like 3/4 of the people's body's blood, because he was doing so much of the blood, like an excessive even for the time.
Like basically you could die from any.
Well, the thing was is that he was claiming that 99 out of 100 people that he did that to were surviving and getting better. And,
who would have thought?
Right?
Yeah.
So people didn't really take him seriously until he himself got the disease, or the virus.
Yeah.
Which is a disease, whatever.
Yeah.
So he got yellow fever, and he survived, and everybody was like, well.
Ooh, this raises an
Now
eyebrow. Yeah. Do tell me more.
Please come here.
Yeah.
And at the library at UNLV, I found these really, these great letters from, you know what, it was actually in one of my books.
Yeah, didn't you have to go through, like, a certain, what was that?
Like, through the fish files, I guess. Like, those little thingies, and I put them in the machine, and you could see, like, these first-hand accounts. It was really cool, and it was, like, publications from that time.
Wow.
And there were, like, letters from Rush to his wife saying, like, my heart is breaking from all the people that need help, but, like, that I can't help because I have priorities. And so that was really interesting. But, so that was then, and now we kind of know that because it's a virus, there's really no way to get rid of it.
How'd you find that out?
I found that on WebMD. I found out that it was a virus.
Okay.
And because that was kind of like more up to date. And I was looking through our biology book, just the regular one for class.
Okay.
And I found out that viruses can't be like, you can't get rid of them. You just have to, like, treat the symptoms.
Right.
And then your body kind of just has to do the work.
Okay.
From there. So that's what they do, is they treat the symptoms, which are, like, pretty crazy. So first of all, your liver starts to go bad, and that's how you get, like, the yellowing of the skin, and that's why it's called yellow fever.
Oh.
So you're getting jaundice.
Okay.
And then obviously you get a fever. Like a flu, like a really serious fever. And actually, they say that a lot of these symptoms are really close related to, like, typhoid. So then there's, like, internal bleeding.
Okay.
Like, your organs start bleeding, and then there's, and then eventually, in severe cases, which were there were more severe cases than non-severe cases.
Yeah.
Eventually it was, like, multiple organ system, like, total failure, and then that's when they died.
So, like, how often does that happen now in, modern day? And
Well, now it's really nice because there's a vaccination for it.
Okay.
So, and a lot of countries, it's still, like, okay, in America it's virtually non-existent, right?
Sure.
But in a lot of countries in Africa and South America,
Uh-huh.
because it is spread by mosquitoes, they have vaccination for it, and it's like huge out there. So, and they won't let you enter their country without a vaccination for it.
Which should be done.
Understandable.
Yeah. Please do.
Please do. And yeah, so I mean that's how they're preventing it for now. And the only way that they really know that you have it, like they like look at your symptoms. They look at like your recent travel.
Okay.
Like, where have you been? Have you been exposed to this type of disease? So they look at that, and then they go in and they do some blood tests, and they look for the antibodies in your blood, kind of like how they do with like AIDS and whatnot, or HIV. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, they're looking for the antibodies, and that's when they really know whether or not you had it. So, I don't know, but I did get my poster board ticket.
Oh, let's take a look.
Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it got messed up from the doggy. That's
okay. Well, I mean, he has been popping up every so now and then,
he's
pretending like he's innocent anyway.
No, whatever. We all know the truth. So I did find this, like, kind of cool diagram, and it shows more of the symptoms. So it shows, like, the jaundice, there's headaches, and bleeding out of different orifices was another symptom.
That's very
gross.
Yeah, but I mean it happens, and
sad.
so it exists. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So, like, the red eyes and just constant vomiting.
Wow.
And just muscle pain and back pain.
Yeah.
And then the hepatomegaly. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's like liver damage.
Okay. I trust you.
Yes, it's liver damage.
Okay.
Where'd
you? Okay.
I got it from like this website here, so I figured I'd just cite it right there.
Which makes sense because it deals with
Yeah, sure. And they had like a lot of really great diagrams for yellow fever. I just felt like this one kind of encompassed point.
Yeah, and it simplifies it to, like, gets to the point.
Yeah,
tells you where it goes from.
Like, you know what's going on. Let me think. I think that's like basically what I got. I might add a few more, but I guess that's it.
I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, you had 10 facts, and
kind of touched on everything, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that is what yellow fever is. I think
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Which is yellow fever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.